Hey everybody, welcome to JM Motors Unlimited. Today I've got my 250SX and I'm going to change the oil in the rear differential here. And this is the same, well, not the same differential, but the same housing and everything as a 250 Big Red or a 250 fourtrax. So it's not going to be exactly the same, but you can use this video as reference to those two bikes, and also a 300 fourtrax. So it's going to be pretty much the same for all those, and basically the same for any shaft drive, four-wheeler or three-wheeler. But to do it, there's the fill plug here, and I took the wheel off to make it a little easier to get to and to see. But right here on the side, there's your diff mounting point and your oil drain plug right here. That is your differential oil drain plug. And all you gotta do is put your oil pan under there, open it, let the oil drain out, and fill it back up. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the drain plug, and that'll help it get some air whenever you drain it, and you can also see it a little better. So normally, this is aluminum, so normally you want to use box end of your wrench or a socket. A 6-point socket would work the best, but I'm going to use this wrench, and this wrench is not an overly high quality wrench, and sometimes the box end slips, so it did knock down because it wasn't too terribly tight. But you want to be careful whenever you screw it in, because it's aluminum and it could strip it, the threads. So you can see the oil here. It's not too bad. It's pretty bad. It looks like it's got a little water in it, and it's just really old. So I'm gonna change it, because I've been riding it a pretty good bit. So I'm just gonna got a long extension and a 10mm socket, and just open the plug, and it's really thick oil, so it drains slow. Plus it's got a fair amount of sludge in the bottom, I'm sure. So I'm gonna let it drain for a while till it quits dripping. So it's done dripping. There wasn't hardly any oil in it. It doesn't hold very much, but that's all the oil that was in it. So probably not even half of a quart was in it, but I'm gonna put a little more than that. But the next thing you gotta do is to put the plug back in, so your new gear oil don't run out on the ground whenever you put it in, because that is not a good thing. I know some people that have done that. So you don't want that super tight, just kind of snug. Then just get a funnel and pour you some new gear oil on it. So I'm gonna put some 85 weight in it. That's what I got. You can run about anything, 85 or 90 or just about any kind of gear oil in it. They'll take just about anything. So I'm not sure how much it holds, but you just fill it up to right here, the little, as high as you can get it without it running over. So whenever you get some in it, that wasn't hardly any at all. I just put the funnel back in the jug so it doesn't run out everywhere on the ground. Then you can take and kind of spin it a little bit. Let it get kind of up in everything. So it's a little bit down, but as it spins, as it sits, all of it'll come back from up here and fill it back up probably. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put the wheel back on, and I'm gonna pick it up higher in the rear end and overfill the differential, because that's hardly any oil at all. That's really not enough for it. And the number one cause for differential failure in these type of four-wheelers and three-wheelers is pinion bearing. Because the pinion bearing, I don't know if you can see it. Let me get where you can see it. The plug is down here and the pinion bearing is way up here. So it's not even in oil. And that's not a sealed bearing, so you gotta have the oil to lubricate the bearing. And if it doesn't have it, it'll seize up. And that's the number one cause for differential failure in these bikes. And a differential is sometimes up to $1,000 to fix. So I'm gonna overfill it and call it good, because it's not gonna blow out the seals. If you put too much, it can, but you've got two usually. Looks like on this one it's just got one vent line, and whatever oil, if it's got too much oil for the differential, it'll just kind of push it out the vent lines and you're good to go. It won't blow out any seals. But if it doesn't have the vent line, or it's stopped up or something, it'll blow out all your seals. But if your seals are good and it had oil in it, then your vent line is clear, because even if it's got the normal amount of oil, it'll still blow out your seals if your vent line is not open. So I've got a big hill going into my shop right here. Can't really see it, but I'm gonna put the wheel back on it and roll it down the hill where it's at an angle, and I may end up jacking the back of it up some more. So I'm gonna do that. So I got it finished filling up with oil, and I got it pretty full, so there ain't no danger of starving a pinion for oil or nothing. And I went and rode it around, and the differential runs way quieter, so that's a good sign. So if you don't overfill it like I did, then that's not a necessity. That's kind of optional. You can do it if you want to, or not do it. But if you don't do it, I recommend riding it for an hour, 2 hours. Just ride it around and then check it again. Make sure it doesn't use none of it up, because it will. So just double check. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, you can go give it a thumbs up, and check out my channel JM Motors Unlimited for other videos like this, and about that 185S restoration and that 185F. So check it out for more information about three-wheelers and dirt bikes and trucks and just about anything I can find to make a video about. So thanks for watching.